Hi everyone. Hey, interesting issues come up every day here at the estate planning centers. One that came up this morning dealt with the issue of whether or not joint wills are enforceable between a husband and wife. What happens is husband and wife execute their will, and both their wills may have the same thing that happens to the remaining assets when both of them are gone, typically split among their children or other family members. The question is, after one spouse dies, does the surviving spouse have the ability to change what they had initially agreed upon? Very commonly, we want the surviving spouse to have that flexibility. Maybe it turns out that one child needs more or another child has become a disappointment. So we want that surviving spouse to have that flexibility. Other times, however, we want to make sure that our wishes are going to be respected. Say, for example, one family member includes a sibling in their final disposition. Or maybe there's children from a prior marriage, and the spouse wants to make sure that if they pass away, their child will be taken care of. In cases like that, we need to be certain that we have arranged for there to be an irrevocable agreement between the parties that the deceased spouse's wishes are going to be granted. Okay, we have a statute here in Pennsylvania that assumes that's not the case. If you just create the typical wills and you don't think about it any further, the surviving spouse can do whatever the heck they want. And if we want to make sure it's going to be enforceable, we have to take another step. We have to make sure that we've either provided a way for those wills to be irrevocable, and we can do that by including that in the will, or even having a separate contract that sets forth that that's going to be a binding commitment. Or sometimes we turn to trust law, because there's all sorts of things we can do to make sure that we're taking care of each other, and yet also taking care of our family in the right way at the right time. So I just wanted to point out that we can't take for granted that just because it's in our will and it's in our spouse's will, that that's what's going to happen when we're gone, because we may not be around to see it. So take the time to speak about those issues with somebody that really works in this field and is going to take the time to get to know and understand you and what needs to be done. Hey, thanks for listening, and take care of each other.